I'm on an adventure in the Pantanal of Brazil, the world's greatest wetland. My mission is to see a jaguar, the only big cat I haven't met before. That's why we've come here to this river, the best place in the world to see them. The Pantanal is the size of Britain, a bullseye in the centre of South America. I'm on the Cuiaba River, the main artery flowing into this vast wetland. It's home to an incredible diversity of extraordinary animals. Hello. This abundant life provides a real smorgasbord for the creature at the top of the food chain, the jaguar. These top cats are famously hard to find, but I've been tipped off that this stretch of river gives us the best possible chance. What a way to start! Giant river otters. Looks like they've come to check me out. This one's caught a massive catfish. He's really tucking in.
He's so intent on feeding. What I'm going to do is try to get a bit closer, swim towards him.
This is something I've never tried before. To swim alongside a giant otter that's as long as I'm tall. I need to be extremely careful. Those teeth would certainly give a jaguar a run for its money. Giant otters can be aggressive, especially when defending young.
Hello. Hello there. He's curious about me.
How cool is that? Swimming with a giant otter. Hey!
Very curious about me. It came to check me out, definitely.
What a charming first encounter. I wish it was that easy to find jaguars. The only way to do that is to put in the man hours, and lots of them. Marcos, our Brazilian guide, has put together a crack team of jaguar trackers to work alongside our eagle-eyed camera crew. 4 boats, all in constant radio contact, will space out and patrol the banks of the river. Many crews leave South America without filming so much as a jaguar's whisker. Hopefully this strategy gives us a fighting chance. As well as coming to the best place with the right people, I've come at the perfect time of year for jaguar hunting and for wildlife spotting. October, the end of the dry season. Away from the main river, the swamp is drying out. The shrinking pools attract all sorts of creatures, not just to cool down, but to find refuge and food. A few months ago, these fish were cruising through a vast inland sea. Now they're caught in shrivelling puddles. A perfect opportunity for the Pantanal's fishing fleet. Black skimmers live up to their name, skimming for fish. Ibis and jabiru storks jab for them. Caracaras pick up the scraps.
Oh, this is tremendous stuff. They're ploughing a furrow through the water.
They're also home to the jaguar's favourite food. Capybara, super-sized guinea pigs. They live in large family groups. More eyes mean more chances of spotting danger. Jaguars approach them by stealth. I wonder if I can do the same.
Capybara are the largest rodents in the world. They can weigh 65 kilograms, which is 2/3 of my own weight. And I wonder if I can get close to them. they're perfectly adapted to these swampy conditions. You can see they've got eyes, ears, nostrils on the tops of their heads. That's perfect for an amphibious existence. When they swim, their ears close tight against the sides of their heads. That stops water going into their ear holes. And like men with receding hair, capybara have got really sparse hair. They're easily sunburnt, which is why they spend the heat of the day in the water like this. And like all rodents, they haven't got sweat glands, so they keep cool by staying in the water. Just as I was saying that one saw me, gave a bark, and away they go. That was good, I got pretty close.
We've been out on the river for days, but still no jaguars. Research shows the big cats are most active at dawn and dusk. It's time to extend the search. In the tropics, the sun sinks like a stone. In a matter of minutes, the river transforms into a different world. The jungle sounds intensify, and a whole new cast of creatures comes out to hunt under the night sky.
This is extraordinary. A firework display of mayflies. They're insects that have hatched, swallowing them, insects that have hatched from the river. The larvae are aquatic. And this is incredible. Look at them moving like that. And there's another aerobatic display. That's why I've got the light on. Above the river, a flock of greater bulldog bats. They're only one of 6 kinds of bat. Look at that. The way they zoomed past there. One of only 6 kinds of bat in the world that specialise in catching fish. They're using their sonar, their echolocating, to detect any movements, any ripples at the surface or just below the surface. And one did it then. You saw it zoom down to the water with its back legs, got bigger back legs than any insect-eating bat. On those back legs there's big claws, and they use those to gaff fish, and they can catch fish that are that long, 10 centimetres long. And the incredible thing is, if they catch a smaller fish, they can actually store the food in pouches in their cheeks so they can continue fishing. As well as eating fish, they also eat big insects as well. So any insects falling to the surface of the water, they'll catch them too. And these are incredible aerobats. And then I've got a firework display in front of my light, a firework display of mayflies.
No jaguar, but this blizzard of bats almost makes up for it. The next day, at last, my luck changes. As we scour the river for the umpteenth time, the radio crackles into life.
And now we are speeding downriver. We've had a radio call. Jaguars are definitely one of the most elusive cats to see in the whole world.
But jaguars can vanish in an instant. The race is on.
Just lying on the bank. She's just nonchalantly looking at us. Straw yellow eyes. And there, my first ever jaguar. And what a magnificent animal. And the way she just disappeared into the forest there.
Judging by the noises from the undergrowth, it seems this one isn't alone.
Oh, it really makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. A real reverberating sound goes right through you. And it sounds to me like there could be two there. May even be a male. You know, I never saw him. But maybe there's some mating going on with the female.
Then just a few minutes later, another. A massive male prowling the beach, probably attracted by the same female.
Look at that. Jaguars are probably the most water-loving of all of the big cats. They're never found far from it. That's why in the dry season like this, they're concentrated along the riverbank. And he is really loving that cooling down in the water.
We've hit the jaguar jackpot.
We are so lucky. Well done. Thank you so much. Yes.
The hours spent searching the river have paid off. I've earned the chance to look for some swamp specialities I adore. Snakes. I know they're here, but yellow anacondas don't hang about. When they sense danger, they move like billiard. So if I spot one, I've got to move like grease lightning. Snake!
Two in one go. I don't know how I'm going to deal. Whoa! I don't know how I'm going to deal with this. I don't believe it's a mating pair of yellow anacondas.
I release the 3 metre 9 foot female so I can concentrate on the smaller male.
And look at that. I'm sorry to have disturbed you. The main objective of this mission is to find a jaguar, but you think of what snakes can do. They can catch the same sort of prey that jaguars can, capybaras, caiman. This boy would strike at prey, wait in ambush, then throw 1 or 2 coils around the body of his victim. Then as the victim tries to breathe, doesn't break the bones, gets tighter and tighter, winds up, so eventually the prey dies of asphyxiation, is suffocated to death. So what I'm going to do is put him back. And even though I disrupted their courtship, he'll continue, he'll follow the scent trail of the female, find her again, and then continue mating. So good luck. Go and find her, you beautiful thing.
The yellow anaconda is one of the longest of the Pantanal snakes, but by no means the most ferocious.
Look! Hey! This is a tremendous snake of speciality. Whoa! This is called a false water cobra. It's an endangered species here on the Pantanal. I've always, oh, look at that. Ah, got my finger, no venom of course. And look at the way it's flattening its ribs. Oh, that hurts, don't do that please. It's flattening its ribs to actually look like a cobra, which is why it gets its common name of false water cobra. This is a most beautiful serpent. Look at the markings on this. And there, oh please don't do that. Oh dear me. Look, we're going to let you go in a minute. That hurts a bit and I don't want to pull your head away from my hand because otherwise, see it's chewing on there. Hurts a bit, please let go. Please let go. Please let go, Mr. Snake. And these feed not on wildlife presenters, of course, on frogs and small fish and amphibians, but I say it's a great chance to see how beautiful it is. And the problem now is actually getting him off. And really you can't do anything. I don't want to pull too hard because if I do that, it could damage the snake's teeth. I just want it to actually let me go and then I'll let him go.
There we go. Thank you very much. And again, I'm going to put him go, let him go. And beautiful. Wow. That gave me a good bite there.
Any more reptiles will have to wait. Back on the river, and can you believe it? Another stroke of incredible luck.
Just up ahead is a water buffalo, and you can just see the head of another jaguar. Now, whether it's going to hunt or not, I doubt. It doesn't seem to be in hunting mode, but this is a great opportunity to get a close view. I don't believe that. The buffalo got out of the water and the jaguar just turned tail and ran away. So obviously, at least for this jaguar, a buffalo is too big a prey item for it. The jaguar's back. It was spooked by the buffalo, but obviously it likes this vantage point on the river. Maybe it's waiting for a capybara or something. That's one of their favourite prey items in the Pantanal. And it's just watching the river.
While he's focused on looking for food, I'm going to sneak up on him.
This is the closest yet. He's right out in the open. And you can see what a stockily built cat the jaguar is. They reach 100 kilograms in the Pantanal. That's more than I weigh. But I wouldn't fancy my chances with them. They are so powerful. Can't help thinking about the power of those jaws. Jaguars in captivity, they've actually bitten into a bowling ball and made quarter-inch dents into the hard plastic, so they really are powerful biters. The native Indian name for the jaguar is the killer that hunts its prey with a single bound. He could be in the boat in a couple of seconds if he wanted to. Off he goes. What a spectacular sighting.
I never thought I'd get that close to a jaguar. My next challenge is to get even closer to another swamp predator I have a big soft spot for.
The Pantanal is a stronghold for some swamp creatures I've a real affection for. When I was a teenager, I had a pet spectacled caiman that grew so well, 3 centimetres every month, it soon burst out of its aquarium and I had to give it to a zoo. Look at all the caiman basking here. It's estimated there's over 10 million of them in the Pantanal. And I remember my pet had the most beautiful eyes. I'd love to show you those in close-up. I wonder if I can catch one of these.
Anyone who thinks reptiles are sluggish should think again. These cold-blooded caiman can be lethargic first thing in the morning. They rely on the baking sun to raise their body temperature. But by now, at midday, it's probably higher than mine. They're lightning fast. I'm always within striking range of a caiman, but can I catch one? This boot-sucking swamp and the caiman's speed are making this harder than I thought.
There's the head of a caiman here. I'll put my hand.
What am I doing here? It seems a million miles away from the caiman I kept in my family home in England when I was a boy. I want to catch one of these critters though, to show you just how amazing they really are. They're all too quick. I need to find the caiman that's not warmed up in the sun. Maybe it won't be as fast as the others around here.
This is what I've been waiting for. A cool caiman
in shallow water. You haven't warmed up, but listen to that hiss. That goes right through you. And whoa! Now what I need to do now is try to get on top of that head. Listen to that hiss. And however many times you do it, it's still nerve-wracking. Here we go, I'll cover the eyes, and then their mouths. The muscles to open their mouths are very weak. A child could hold the mouth closed, and there we go. Thank you. Can you get a close-up here? That's what I wanted to show everyone, these beautiful eyes. It reminds me of the pet Caiman I had when I was a boy. It was only the size of this one's head though. And they are so lovely. How could anyone have a handbag made out of these? It would be awful for a beautiful creature like this to be killed for a handbag. But look at this here, and this is the sort of thing that you only see when you get really close-up views. This is extraordinary. I've never seen anything like this before. The teeth have grown so long from the lower jaw, they're protruding through holes in the snout. What I've got to do now is get off really quickly. Thank you.
A little bit of dented pride, but otherwise no harm done. Away she goes back to the swamp. Tomorrow's my last day on the Quiaba River. I've won last night with the creatures that live around the camp. This tree porcupine lives right above my tent. Nature's late night orchestra is accompanied by Tony, the Brazilian sound man. However noisy it is, some creatures can get their sleep. Snakes are deaf to airborne sounds, but they can sense vibrations, so I'll have to be quick. Got you! This is an olive whip snake. Trouble with snakes is, unless you get them in the hand, it's hard to identify them. I knew this was a non-venomous kind. And he was just sleeping up there. They sleep sometimes 4 meters above the ground. Oh, there. See, that got my finger there. Sleep about 4 meters above the ground. They hunt during the day. This whip snake would catch small birds and lizards. And you can tell it's not a nocturnal kind by these eyes. You see there is no vertical pupil there, which a nocturnal snake would have, cat's eyes. And snakes don't have eyelids, of course. It's very difficult to tell whether they're asleep. Lizards have eyelids, but snakes don't. They just sleep with their eyes open, as it were. And it's terrific just walking through the campsite to see there's wildlife. Oh, stop that! Hey, see there's wildlife in the trees above us. And this is a beautiful snake, a little bit bad-tempered, but that's because I woke you from your booty sleep, didn't I? I'm going to let it go, and you can see it skedaddle back up to its sleeping place high up in the branches. Go on then. And he'll go back up into the leaves and fall straight back to sleep again. It's my last day on the Quiaba River, and we're patrolling some of the now familiar jaguar haunts. And bingo, what do you know? There's a jaguar on the bank. This is where we saw the jaguar and the water buffalo. And it obviously likes this spot. There it is again, right at the edge of the water,
right out in the open on the grass, and what we're going to try to do is get even closer. I think we may even be able to get within 6 feet of it.
Hang on, I don't think this is the jaguar we saw yesterday.
Not sure whether this is a male or a female. It's hard to sex jaguars. The females are just slightly smaller than an adult male. Now I can see what sex she is. A female. As she went away, the males we've seen, big dangling family jewels. Can't see that on her, so this is definitely a female, and I wonder where she's going.
Perhaps it's the breeding season. Jaguars are much more active when looking for mates. This might explain why we've had such outrageously good luck. But her mere presence spooks all the other animals. Jaguars prey on caiman, armadillos, birds, insects, really just about anything they can lay their paws on.
She's moving with real purpose. I wonder if she's hungry.
Something's caught her eye. Ha! Beer bottles aren't normally on the menu.
Even in wilderness like that, you can't get away from the hand of man. And she's playing with a bottle, just like a domestic cat at home. She's wondering what that is. Rubbish is normally a problem in any environment, but for her, at least, the bottle is just like a toy.
Amazing to think this is South America's most feared predator. Really, she's just a big pussycat.
But I say, I'm sure she's hungry.
Hungry jaguars often patrol the haunts of their favourite prey. Most people think of them as nocturnal, but they can hunt at any time, day or night. This lagoon is normally jam-packed with capybaras. She's clearly on their scent, but she's got no chance of making a kill now. The bush telegraph is in full swing. Everything knows she's here.
Birds are making a real racket. They know there's a predator around. And the bird calls would have probably warned off any potential prey.
When I began this adventure, I wasn't sure I'd catch even a glimpse of a jaguar. Now I've found one that's allowed me to follow her all afternoon.
Off she goes. She really does look hungry. But we can't follow her any longer. And even so, what a terrific load of encounters we've had. Jaguars, definitely one of the hardest big cats in the world to see. Until a couple of years ago, this would have been impossible. We've seen 4 of them, got really close, seen them in the water, seen them walking along the bank, seen them swishing flies with their tails. We could not have hoped for better than this. Thank you, Pantanal.
Jaguars have found a safe haven on the Caiman River, but elsewhere they face a crisis. I'm heading 600 miles south to find out what's going on. This is Brazil's Wild West. 20 years ago, much of it was covered in forest. Now only fragments remain. The trees have been cleared to make way for pasture. 95% of the Pantanal is owned by ranchers. More than 5 million cattle live here. They're easy prey for the jaguar. Some ranchers lose 2 cattle a day, worth almost £70,000 a year. It's no surprise the cowboys retaliate with guns. Jaguar hunting has long been a part of life here and threatens to wipe out the big cat. Here, the open-minded ranchers want to make peace with the hungry predators. In the morning, I'm going to find out how. It's 6 a.m. I've joined a crack unit of scientists, cowboys and hunting dogs on a mad scramble on the tail of the Jaguar. It may look like something from the A-Team, but it's the only way of coming face to face with the Pantanal's greatest predator on foot.
Getting up close to a jaguar would be a really fitting finale to the month I've spent in the Pantanal.
I've got just 2 days left of my adventure. The heat is on. We're heading to a jaguar kill. The predator should still be nearby. Hopefully we can track it down. I've joined scientist Leandro Silveira. He's working on ways to save the big cats. First he needs information. That comes from putting radio collars on jaguars. The way he finds them is with trained jaguar hounds. It's not long before they pick up the scent.
We're going to check a track that he found going that way, so we're going to see how fresh that is to decide where we're going to release the hounds.
The footprints lead into the tangled forest where there are plenty of hiding places.
You look fresh enough, Leandro?
Yeah, it looks fresh.
The scent's obviously strong. The dogs are getting excited and the mule's getting spooked.
Cowboys are crucial for this work. This mule here is a veteran, 27 jaguar hunts. There's 2 or 3 other teams scouring the land for tracks. But hopefully these fresh ones here will allow us to release the dogs and get on the trail of the jaguar. This could be it.
Move fast. We've got to follow their baying and keep up. This is the worst kind of assault course. The forest is hot, thorny and disorientating. I've no idea how long this chase will last. At the end of it, hopefully, a jaguar, South America's most dangerous predator.
Okay. There's a report come back, the jaguar's up the tree.
When the cat climbs into the canopy, the dogs lose its scent. Now it's up to us to spot it.
Constantly scanning, they're perfectly camouflaged. They could shoot up a tree like that. They've got amazing claws for climbing. Just hoping to see this spotted cat high in a tree. What do you think, Leandro?
She's not leaving a clear scent line, so the hounds keep losing. They have to find where the scent line goes.
Yeah.
So far, they're just getting pieces of it. So every time you hear a dog bark like that, there is excitement that they found. You hear that sound, they found the scent. They just need to find a clear line.
Okay, this is a cunning cat, and she may have given us the slip.
Yeah.
As the day heats up, the jaguar's scent and our chances evaporate into thin air.
Strange thought, all these people, and the jaguar could be watching us. It could be having the last laugh. It could be anywhere here.
So close, yet so far. The jaguars eluded our radio collaring army.
Thanks, Leandro.
With me, no problem.
It's exhausting and hugely frustrating. Tomorrow's my last day. We need to come up with a plan. Until then, I'm going to seek out some of my favourite animals.
stalking a peculiar creature, a favourite of mine, an armadillo. There's 7 kinds in Brazil. And this one is the 6-banded armadillo. And they love these pasture lands. Plenty of cow pats to investigate. They love grubs and other insects.
Armadillos can't open their mouths very wide, so they catch their prey with a long, sticky tongue. They find it using their keen sense of smell, but their eyesight's pretty poor. This one's struggling to spot me from just a few feet away.
Hello. It's incredible the way they stand up on their back legs like that. They've got this incredible horny protective layer that's underlain by bony plates. So they're pretty tough cookies to crack, but not a problem to the powerful jaws of a jaguar.
In the Brazilian Pantanal, jaguars aren't the only threat to this delightful little creature.
Armadillos have got an incredible adaptation for areas that flood like this. What they actually do, if they're in water, is they inflate their lungs with air, which acts as a buoyancy device. So they can float on top of the water if they're flooded out of their burrows. So they're pretty good swimmers.
But until the rain set in, he'll just carry on whizzing around the ranch like a miniature clockwork toy. There are birds everywhere here, over 650 species. A charming burrowing owl. They come in all shapes and sizes. The largest is the greater rhea, the South American equivalent of the ostrich. These birds love the wide open grasslands created by the cattle ranchers. Nearly as tall as a man, rheas can see danger coming from a long way off. One of the most colourful characters is the hyacinth macaw, the largest parrot in the world. My final morning on the Brazilian Pantanal. There's a jaguar somewhere out there. We're determined to track it down. Time to bring out the secret weapon. A radio tracking device. The cat we're looking for already has a collar, but its power is failing. It needs a new battery. We know roughly where the jaguar is, and this time, even if it goes up a tree, we should be able to find it. This is it, my last chance for a face-to-face encounter with a jaguar on foot. The signal reveals that the cat is holed up in a small clump of forest. With everyone in position, it's time to unleash the hounds.
On the trail of our jaguar. This is one that's already got a radio collar, but they need changing every 2 or 3 years. Mariella, the vet's got a signal that's quite close to us. Here, there's still no guarantee of success. It's down to the dogs to make it run up a tree.
A cornered jaguar is an extremely dangerous proposition. Every move now is critical. Suddenly, everyone's converging on one spot.
Yeah, I just saw a glimpse of the tail. It really gets you there, being so close to such a magnificent animal. And she looks in such great condition.
I'm relieved to see her looking so calm. She must feel safe up there. But the Jaguar's got one last surprise in store. She's pregnant.
Leandra and the team have decided not to dart this one. It's too much of a risk. You can see she's got a big distended tummy there, and to give a pregnant female anaesthetic would just be too risky. And obviously in all these conservation projects, the welfare of the animal is paramount.
The female can only be a few days away from giving birth. We pack up the tranquiliser and the catching net. But in a way, this is better than I could have hoped for. Her pregnancy's a clear sign that these jaguars have a future.
It's crucial to get information about jaguars from the radio collars. How does that help their conservation?
Being able to know where they're moving. For example, this female, this is her, we believe it's her 4th litter. We just, through the radio telemetry, we have learned how many times she has given birth. We're keeping track of her offsprings, so we can write all her life history in the ranch here.
And the more information you have, the easier it is to address the problem, the conflict between the ranchers and the jaguar.
So a cat like this, we're learning how often does she prey cattle, what's her real impact on cattle, especially now that soon she's going to have 2 cubs to feed.
And we're going to go soon. As soon as we go, she'll come down the tree and just carry on as normal.
Yes.
Good luck. Good luck, Mum.
Mission accomplished. Projects like this are vital, revealing the jaguar's hidden story. Its future stands on a knife edge, but with help from people like Leandro, I'm optimistic. That's it, the end of my month in the Pantanal. It's been quite an adventure.
What a month it's been. Brazil's Pantanal has lived up to all expectations. We came at the end of the dry season just the right time. There's been swamp creatures, swamp monsters concentrated around the water, and I've achieved a lifelong ambition to meet jaguar in the wild.